Yeah, I mean, the transatlantic, I guess, is one of the sort of really classic oceanic passages. Has a lot of history. The record from over here in the States to the UK is something that's people have been fighting for probably over 100 years, and yeah, so and all the elements that you need to do that record kind of get involved in this leg. We're chasing out of here with high pressures, low pressures, weather fronts. It's all very progressive, and there's lots of weather coming through, so we're managing that. Then there's the Gulf Stream. If you can hook into the Gulf Stream and get a bit of assistance, then that can be important and an important tactical factor in the leg. And sort of beyond that, we've got ice limits again. Even though we're well out of the Southern Ocean, actually, we might get as far north as we get as far south, actually, in the later part of the race. So there's lots of elements that make it a pretty challenging leg, and for those reasons, I think it is double points in this edition of the race. I think how we try to approach every leg is look at what we can plan for, and where we can't make a plan of what you're going to do in the leg, you have to look at the options and study what could happen, and then when you're presented with that sort of decision point, you can make a decision with a good degree of confidence. But yeah, this upcoming leg is going to be quite tricky and quite complex, both with the weather, obviously the current and the Gulf Stream, and then the approach to Cardiff could be quite difficult. If there's a high pressure setting up, then actually getting south and down around Ireland and into the sort of Bristol Channel could be quite challenging. And then once we're in the Bristol Channel, there's a lot of tide and current to deal with. I think Cardiff actually has I think it's the second highest tidal range in the world. So just from a navigational standpoint, there might be plenty of water to sail with it sometimes, and hardly any others. So it's certainly going to keep me on my toes to the end of the leg. So I'll be focused on doing as much preparation as I can, just so there are no unwanted surprises as we're coming into the finish, because there's also the chance that, as we saw in leg 8, everything could come together at the end, and it might happen next leg. So we've got to be ready for it, and prepared to make good decisions. Yeah, I mean, obviously when something extraordinary would have to happen for us to be able to get to the top spot on the leaderboard, but we'll continue to fight for a podium, and continue to try and podium in every leg. I think if we can do that at the end of the race, then everyone will see that we'd sailed a good leg, and it's certainly a goal as well, just to try and be a protagonist in the rest of the regatta and mix things up a bit, and then be fighting at the front. And how that affects the other boats, we're gonna have to see. But no, it's our goal just to sail as well as possible, and if we can be at the front, then that's certainly the goal. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be loads of boats following us out, and being the home team, it is a little bit of extra motivation to start the leg well, have a good race, and it's fantastic coming to these stopovers where there's so much support and so much passion, and I guess so much knowledge about the event. It's really nice to see wherever you go in Newport, people know the race, are following the race, and understand the race, and it's really quite special that there's so many people that know and understand our sport. So it's good.